Wow. So Facebook did some major changes tonight, right now, in the last couple hours, for me anyway. Happy 11/11 from my iPad, not my laptop, and I'm going to be reaching out to my friend Michael. Can you hear me? Anybody hear me? Because I plugged in this mic, but it's not responding either at the moment. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Is there anybody in? William, can you hear me? I hope so. So, okay, sounds good, great. So, a really strange thing happened, or not strange, it's Facebook, right? I plugged in I have a camera now, an external camera, and I went to plug that in, and then make sure my mic and everything were working, and then this whole other, see, hold on a second. Hi, Julie. This whole other, I'll show you. So usually when I go live on Facebook from my laptop, it takes me right to this page. Now you have to go live with your gear, and then to set it up, connect broadcast, you have to use Wirecast, XSplit, or OBS. And I didn't know what any of that was. I was like, whoa, so everything switched tonight. So now I'm on my iPad, and I will be talking to my friend Michael on my phone, like back in the day. Hi, Mama Grace. So forgive me, I'm not really quite sure what's going on. Set up, connect, broadcast. Copy the stream key to your software settings. Yeah, I'm going to need to take some time. I just assumed that I would go on like I have every night. I don't even have earrings on. Darn. Hi, everybody. Maybe I should finish and just, start over tomorrow. So I'm not sure. I am on, but I'm on my iPad and not on Facebook Live on my laptop, which is where I want it to be. And Lou, I'm sorry. I already committed to somebody. We'll talk. Can you pick another night, please? I know you're good. You're good for that. I didn't mean to mess you up, but we have to pick a different night. So now I'm not sure how to use my laptop, and I didn't have minutes, or I had just 2 minutes to make it work. Oh well. So we're back to not quite the candle, because the candle broke. Did you know the candle broke? My tripod candle broke. So I do have my tripod here, and I will be calling my friend Michael in a little bit, who's a really interesting person. He goes, why do you want to talk to me? I'm like, because you're interesting. Why am I interesting? Because you're cool. Because you're my friend. And all my friends are interesting. Everybody can be on my show. Please be on my show. It's not a but I'm just not. Hi, Gordy. Hey, cool. Yay. I'm just not hip to this creating a new live stream. This just happened sometime today, because this morning it wasn't like this. Help. Don't know what to do. But for now, we'll just do what we did back in the day, yo. It's Wednesday. It's almost Thursday. It's almost a new day. Busy day with Grace. Went shopping, bought food, and I don't even remember. We drove. We saw Virginia. Mwah, Virginia. Thank you for supporting 11/11 with Jenna. I really appreciate it. It's so messed up. Do you understand it? Hi, Dee. It's really messed up, but I think it just happened for me now. Home. That looks normal. Feeling, yeah, that's the same. But then when I go to Jenna, yeah, live video, life event, photo video. I don't know. I wasn't really wanting to do any like new stuff tonight. I just wanted to talk to my friend Michael, which we're going to do right now. Hold on. Hold the wire. Well, Lou, maybe we can do a session and talk. But I hope you can hear my friend Michael. I'm going to put my laptop down. And I also think it's kind of bright in here. Just my thought. I don't know. La la la. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know. He's not answering. Hello. And then my messenger was doing a really weird thing the other night. And it kept disappearing when I'd press. Hey, Eric, how are you? I'm trying hard to rock right now, but Facebook isn't letting me. For some strange reason. Try again. Keep on rocking in a free world. There he is.
Howdy.
Hi there.
Just trying to get things set up with my computer, so.
I hear you, so was I, and things just didn't get set up correctly for me tonight. Are you a technology guy?
How's it going?
It's going.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah? Are you an Apple or a PC, Mac or PC person?
Apple, bite your tongue.
I guess you're a PC person.
I'm a PC person.
Hi.
I don't like being told where I have to buy my stuff and have to buy it through one place, and I'd like to have a little more options of where I can get my access to my stuff.
Can I just use paper and pencil and a Kodak camera?
There you go. No, Apple's a good product, and it's good, for certain things if it's a better platform. If you're doing graphics and video editing and things like that, it's a good platform for that. But I don't do that, so.
I hear you. Well, I'm going to turn you over to my peeps here on my show. This is my friend Michael.
Howdy, peeps.
Howdy, peeps. He said sleep is overrated, so that's why he's here tonight. Thank you for being here.
No worries.
So Facebook changed, my whole thing got changed on Facebook today, and I'm not quite sure how to recover at this moment. So that's why we're on my iPad and phone instead of my laptop.
Well, I had everything set up on Facebook. I even have my headset and my microphone and plugged in my camera and the whole 9 yards.
Oh, you want me to call you on Messenger?
We could try it.
Okay, I'll call you on Messenger.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Whatever's easiest. the path of least resistance. In the Settings app, tap Messenger and turn on the microphone. What? Oh, so I had to, like, throw away Messenger like 7 times for it to finally kick in. Something just wasn't... I would go to Messenger and it would go poof, poof. Yeah, it's going to be quieter here. Messenger's... La la la. Oh, what's this say? When I see you in person, I'll show you. So, if anyone has any suggestions of this new Facebook this new thing, what happened? Why? He's not answering. Are you going to answer? Hello? Are you going to answer? We could just do this another night. Wow. What did you guys do today? What are you drinking right now? Tea, water, kombucha. That's what I have here. Some kombucha. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, it's a lot quieter on Messenger.
Okay. Yeah, it's an easier interface for me. Instead, I got everything set up finally.
And then I have to turn you this way, but then... Can you guys hear Michael? And then I'm big there. Trying not to be.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door.
Yeah, it's quieter. You just got it. It's just a night of technology that's not so positive.
Yeah, well, when I switched over, I had to restart my browser because I had installed all this stuff, but I never restarted, so it didn't load. So I think we're good to go now.
Do you have a TV on or something in the background?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I have. Okay.
Yeah, when I switched over, still the volume? We still the volume?
Still hear it?
And then if you have the headphone on, can you lower the volume on your... Because I can hear our conversation.
Yep, just turn it down. I'm juggling everything here.
I know. Me too. I'm sorry.
You know, my wife's in the background watching TV.
Hi!
And then I got the computer going, and then I got the phone going.
So you are in Merced?
I'm in Atwater, which is just north of Merced, about 6 miles away.
Atwater.
Big air base here. Used to be an air base.
But you grew up in Berkeley.
I was born in Berkeley. I grew up in San Francisco, and I finished high school in Berkeley.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I got out of the Marine Corps, I got married, and I got divorced, and I went back to Berkeley.
And we were living I was living across the street from the house you grew up in?
Well, pretty much, yeah, when I was in high school. What years were you there?
I moved there in 86.
Yeah, that's after I'd gotten divorced. And then I went back to live there. My grandmother lived there for, I don't know, years. And she lived in the front house. I lived in the back house.
I knew your grandmother. But we didn't know this until about 3 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
We met 3 years ago, completely unrelated, in Merced. And we started talking, like, I don't even know how we got there. Oh, you went to Berkeley High, where'd you live? That kind of thing. I lived on Carlton Street. Where'd you live on Carlton Street? Right, I lived at 1215 and then 1217.
Yeah, right across the street.
Right across the street. Crazy. So you were you got out of high school and went right into the Marines?
No, I went to Chico State.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, perfected my partying technique.
I was gonna say party on.
Oh man, that was a zoo up there. But I had a lot of fun. I got thrown out, and then I joined the Marines.
You got thrown out of Chico State
Oh yeah.
because of partying?
Partially, might have had something to do with not going to class too. It was all kind of related.
Do people get thrown out of Chico State? You like that'd be a tough one, I would think.
Well, at the time, I was a terrible student. I graduated high school with a D average, so I barely got out of high school. And how I got into Chico, I have no idea to this day. But I didn't do well there. And then after I got kicked out, I joined the Marines because I got kicked out of college and I lost my dishwashing job all within 24 hours.
Ouch!
And I said, okay, something's got to change here. So I joined the Marines and they kind of straightened me out a little bit.
Did you travel?
I went to Okinawa.
Mm-hmm.
While I was over there, I got deployed and went to Korea for some war games. That was great. I loved Korea. And then back to Okinawa, we did stop in Sasebo, Japan to let a storm go by. But that was about it, as far as it went. And then it came right back here to California. I wanted to go back to the East Coast, but it never made it back there.
Where were you stationed in California?
Camp Pendleton.
And how long were you in the Marines?
4 years.
4.
Yeah,
And
I spent 4 years in there.
is that where you became a nurse?
No.
No.
I was a radio operator.
Really?
Yeah. So when I was at Okinawa, I worked with Amtrak. Those are the ones that come from the ships to the beach. They see the things come out of the water, go up on the beach, drop the back gate, and all the Marines come running out of the back. Well, I was with one of those platoons. When I got back to Pendleton, they put me with a ground unit when I was with the infantry. But being a radio operator, I got to work close air support. So I talked to the jets and guide them off the targets. So that was pretty cool.
That sounds really cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because those jets they're something else. And to see them dropping bombs and firing rockets, and that was pretty cool. So I forget what the question was.
I asked you that did you become a nurse when you were in the Marines?
No. So after I got out of the Marines, I started going back to school, and I took a couple of courses to learn how to go to school, like take notes and how to read a textbook, and pick up some study skills basically. And so I started taking all these. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I thought I was going to be a forestry major, but I found out that forestry was not. Was basically impacted. I mean, to get a job in forestry, somebody had to die or retire.
Oh, okay.
I ended up going to Eureka, and I continued going to school there. And when I found out about the forestry, I was looking around for another major, and I noticed that the prerequisites for nursing, I had one or two classes that I had to complete to qualify to sign up. And I really had no interest in nursing, but medicine is always something that's kind of, that was interesting to me. It held my interest long enough to do the work, and I kind of had a knack for it. So I went to nursing school, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And so you've been a nurse for quite a while.
33 years.
Have you worked in every...
Well, everybody starts out on the floor for the most part. Med-surg, medical surgical floor. You have to put in your time, and then you can get specialized unless you're really good.
Are you really good?
I was at the time.
I bet.
I worked emergency rooms and ICUs, Worked burn unit a couple of times. Worked in an AIDS unit. This is mostly in San Francisco in the Bay Area. And I went from hospital to hospital, working agency. So that was pretty interesting.
Do you remember Allied Ambulance?
Sounds familiar.
Allied was in Oakland. My brother was
Probably.
was an EMT, and he worked for Allied. I have a feeling you and my brother met in those years, somewhere along the way.
It's possible.
You remind me of him. I told you that when I met you, that you reminded me of my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember the ambulance company that picked me up when I broke my leg.
How'd you break your leg?
Football.
Ouch. 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 Ouch.
It says I just come off of a 2-week light duty because I hyperextended my knee.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
First practice back. And I'm trying to show the coach that I'm ready to play. And I go in to get in this situation where I get the whole dog pile on top of me. You know, I got the quarterback, I got him down, but then I hear this pop.
Ah. No. 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 No.
I go, what was that? Oh, that's what that was.
My knee, my leg, my body.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
My lower leg, yeah. So I'm laying there. Now get this, Berkeley High School is kitty corner from Herrick Hospital.
Sure.
Took him a half hour, 45 minutes to get there with the ambulance. I could have crawled over there faster.
Right.
But yeah, that was interesting.
What year did you graduate?
74. Class of 74. Woo-hoo.
Did you know Stan Franks?
It kind of sounds familiar, but I didn't know.
Stan lived up on McGee, and he and his grandfather used to sell fruit in West Berkeley.
No.
And he was a
Really?
musician, guitar player. Just curious. I'm sure you guys ran it. I'm sure you know some of the same people. West Berkeley beings. So okay, we'll skip over the breaking of your leg, because I just don't like that. Just like, and how long have you been in the town you're in near Merced?
About 10 years now. That's how long as I've been in any one place.
And you and your wife surprised me at one of my gigs in Oakland.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about something that you guys do, and I can't remember what it is. You go to
The Highland Games?
Highland Games.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's been postponed. It would have been this weekend.
I bet.
But,
Do they do it just once a year?
yeah, it's an annual thing. It's actually a sanctioned event by whoever does the games in Great Britain. And it's one of the big highlights of the year for competitors. That's the caper toss. Shinty is like a field hockey game. Hammer throw, bagpipe competitions,
So cool.
drumming competitions, drum major competitions. Every year the 3rd Marine Air Wing Band comes and plays, and they're like the highlight. Everybody loves the Marines, so that's always a big deal. And at the end of the day, each day, both days, they have mass bands come and play in front of the grandstands. It's over 600 pipers and drummers all at once under the direction of one senior drum major. And that's an incredible sound. You've never been. Going for that alone is the thing. And then they have all the food, the Celtic food and Celtic dancing, and you can buy clothing and wares. And it's not just Scottish, it's Scottish and Irish and anything Celtic. So we have a good time. It's like 2 days. It's a blast.
It sounds like it. I saw photos that night. You were showing me some. I'm like, what? And where is it located?
Pleasant Pleasanton Fairgrounds.
In Pleasanton. So not so far.
No, not too far. And it's been hot, and it's been nice, so more hot days than nice days.
And you dress a certain way when you go?
Well, I'm usually in uniform with my Marine Veterans group.
Oh.
But, yeah, people wear period clothing. If you're Celtic and you have a tartan, people wear kilts and tartans. And we have visitors from what do they call the Pirates of Emerson, which is like a Halloween thing that they have every year that's right next to the fairgrounds. Yeah, they come and visit, and they're all dressed up in their pirate costumes. They're really good at it. They literally look like The Walking Dead. But they're a lot of fun. We have Vikings that walk around. It's a lot of fun.
It sounds fun.
A lot of people from all over the place. And they're pro-military, so you got plenty of military people there. We've had the 1st Battalion Scots Guards come as special guests, and they were pretty cool. They're actually the guards that guard the Queen. They come over about every 4 years or so. They get them over here, so it's pretty cool watching them.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
So now it's, well, I guess we all hope for 2021.
Yeah. They said they're going to try and get it this year, but, depends on the powers that be. But
they could still make something happen for this year.
If they can make it happen, they'll do it. But, definitely 2021. Hopefully this stuff will all blow over.
So what do you think of this stuff? As a nurse?
Kind of mixed about this. A lot of it doesn't make sense. The way they're doing the numbers, some of the precautions they're doing doesn't make sense. I don't know what to make of it. All I can do is just hope that it blows over.
Yeah.
You didn't want me to get involved talking politics and stuff here, so that's about all I have to say about it.
We're not going to talk politics. Okay. So, what are you a cook?
I can cook.
Do you like to cook?
I like to do barbecuing and grilling.
Ah, okay. I just bought my first grill the other day, a little camper grill. I'm not much of a griller, but I'm pretty good. I'm learning. I made pizza, and I've cooked a couple pieces of fish, and I've swore a little bit. It's stuck. It's just, but it's a little tiny camper thing. You'd probably laugh at me.
Yeah, fish is kind of tricky on a grill. Probably best to get one of those baskets that you put it in and sandwich it, or put it in foil.
Put it in foil.
And do it that way.
All right. I bought some salmon. I'll put it in foil.
Yeah, spray the foil first.
Oh, spray the foil first. That makes sense.
Use that oil spray, because otherwise it'll stick to the foil and you'll never get it off in one piece.
Hi, Melanie. Then my friend Melanie just got here. So, have you ever done any of that competitive barbecue stuff?
Oh, no. No, I used to barbecue with my grandfather when I was little. Like 4th of July. We get up 6 o'clock in the morning, get the coals going. He had a big pit that he built in the backyard. And we
in Berkeley?
No, in Oakland.
Oh, in Oakland. Where in Oakland?
Yeah, before. You know where 39th Street is?
Of course I do.
39th and San Pablo?
Sure.
Yeah, in that neighborhood.
I lived on 32nd and Louise.
Oh, wow. Wow, we were just like petting 2 ships at a night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now he had this big pit that he built out in the backyard. And we get up 6 o'clock in the morning and start burning wood. And get a bed of coals going. And by 10 o'clock, we'd throw the meat on. And he'd do 40 pounds of ribs, 10 pounds of steaks, 20 pounds of chicken, and then the whole family would come over about 2 o'clock. And, it was family, friends, neighbors, the dog down the street, and whoever. and we just had this big barbecue on the 4th of July. So that's where I learned initially. And now I just have a Weber kettle grill and offset smoker I'm restoring. And basically that's what I'm working with right now.
You're restoring a smoker?
Yeah, it's something I had bought used, and it's not terrible shape, but it wasn't in great shape. So I'm cleaning it up and making it a little more airtight for temperature control, and then I'm going to be smoking things.
I just need to ask, can you guys hear him okay? Because I tried to install this mic and everything got messed up with my iPad, but I was thinking if I move this over this way. Hold on 1 second. Oh, that makes this go down. Wait. Can't rotate. I don't know. I'm plugging it back in just in case it's working. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, hold on a second, Michael. They can hear
me.
you.
Okay.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure you're a really interesting person, and I do. We have a lot of interesting overlaps. But, so barbecue. And the rest of the cooking is done by other people in the household?
My wife does most of the time, but I like my cooking.
There it is.
She's sitting over my right shoulder, so I gotta be careful.
What did you have for lunch today?
We had sushi.
Sushi?
Yeah, there was a new sushi place in Atwater, and we figured we'd go and check it out, and it was actually pretty good.
How cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've been to Atwater. Right off the freeway before Merced, there's this hotel that Rolf and I stayed, and inside had this huge indoor pool. It's from the 70s, 60s, 70s, totally mid-century, really large hotel.
I don't think that's Atwater.
Okay. So Atwater's before Merced?
Yeah, if you're coming south on 99, just before you get to Merced, about 6 miles, is Atwater.
Well, we stayed somewhere close to there, I remember, because we drove from Willits, and we finally decided, let's just stop here. Because we were meeting up with friends down in Merced, and then going on to Fresno, and my friend Julie is here tonight. She lives in Fresno.
Hi, Julie.
Yeah, Julie's in Fresno, William's in Kalamazoo, Melanie's in Oakland.
I've been through Kalamazoo.
Have you been to Kalamazoo?
I've been through Kalamazoo.
You have?
Yeah, I went to visit some friends in Haslett.
Okay.
And I had to go visit some other friends in Illinois, and I took the train from Lansing to Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah, and we went through Kalamazoo, and of course that song was going through my head. It's weird.
I'm at a gal in Kalamazoo, zoo, zoo. And then you rode right past my hometown.
Oh.
Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Ah.
St. Joseph, Benton Harbor. When you're going around the lake.
Yeah.
On the train.
Yeah.
Did you take the train from California?
From Lansing.
Oh, from Lansing?
No, I flew from California.
To Lansing. Yeah,
Absolutely.
my friend Julie said we are almost... Yeah, you and Michael should meet. You guys need to all meet. We'll all go to Michael's house for barbecue.
I flew from California to Detroit. And they picked me up in Detroit and took me back to Haslett. And then we had a nice lunch for my birthday. And then the day after I left, and basically they said the only way to get there is to get on a train. The best way to get there was on by train. So that was cool because I went through Battle Creek, and I grew up eating all the cereals from Battle Creek. So
yeah, we used to go to
Battle Creek, Michigan, finally.
We used to do the tour all the time when we were kids.
Yeah, I wish I had time to do that.
They give you cereal.
Oh wow!
They give you, those fun packs. Remember those packs with all the different cereals? My brother and I did it once. That was fun.
Grew up on those.
You made me think of something now. I can't remember what. Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, cereal. What was your favorite cereal growing up?
Probably Raisin Bran.
Oh. Do you remember Concentrate?
No.
Concentrate was this cute little gold box that they made, and I loved Concentrate. Yeah, the cereal fun packs. They would give those to you at the end of. Thank you for coming to our tour. Here's your fun pack. So there'd be 6 of us, and we'd have 36 boxes of cereal. Boom.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have those for like quick breakfast before we went to school growing up in San Francisco.
So you lived in San Francisco, Oakland, and Berkeley, and you've lived north, and you've lived south. So so you've done it. You've done California for sure.
Almost. There's a couple of places. I haven't been to Modoc County, but there's only one town in Modoc County, so.
Right.
But that's about the only quarter of the state I haven't been to. So.
Do you still love being a nurse?
Not as much as I did when I first started.
Yeah.
It's just become so political and so. Well, they changed it from caring about people to business, and it just makes it really hard. There's tons of paperwork. Tons of rules, and we're so busy, especially as an RN, that you don't really have time to spend with patients. I would have patients tell me, do you ever smile? Because I'm so stressed out trying to get stuff done.
The first time I met you, man, we were laughing in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, you're an easy person to get along with.
Oh, thank you. So we were talking sushi. What kind of sushi? What's your go-to? What's your jam when it comes to sushi?
I'm a traditionalist. I like the nigiri, the little rolls, the finger rolls.
Me too.
Yeah, because then you can try the individual items, and explore those flavors and whatnot. I'm not big on the sushi rolls. It's just, to me, it's just kind of too much.
Too much rice, too much everything else?
Yeah. And there's not a lot of variety. Once you get, a couple of bites of that, I'm done. But then you have the rest of the roll you have to finish.
So the restaurant opened during the pandemic?
I guess. I didn't even know it was there. I was looking on Facebook, and somebody had asked the question, what's the best sushi restaurant in Merced? And they were talking about, was it Sushi Cuisine and King's Sushi, which is downtown, and I prefer Sushi Cuisine. Everybody else prefers this King place, and I didn't care for it. And then somebody mentioned there's one in Atwater, and I didn't know there was a sushi place in Atwater, so we went to check it out.
Oh, cool. Because you work nights, so you got up early to do this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Will you get to take a nap still before you start?
Depends on whether I get to sleep or not.
Are you a good sleeper?
I'll probably be really excited after I got to talk to Jenna on her show.
I know. I do that too. I got to talk to Michael. We sat there and talked about. So, okay, Berkeley. Let's talk Berkeley when you were a kid. What did you do? What was your life like?
I was trying to survive high school.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was pretty much exploring. That was back in the days where you left in the morning, and then you had to be home by the streetlights come on. But I used to go fishing. I used to ride the bus down to the Grand Lake Theater and see all the Disney movies, and used to go down to Lake Merritt. And when I was in high school, my buddies, I had some buddies in Oakland that I used to train with, and we used to run around Lake Merritt. It's a 3.25 mile run.
Sure.
I believe. So we used to do that every day.
So you remember the Grand Lake Theater when it was one big movie theater?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. You get 2 shows and a couple of cartoons on Saturday. I don't remember how much it was to get in there, but it was like probably $1.50 or something like that. It was really cheap.
And it must have been ginormous.
It was huge.
Because it's big now, but it's divided up into 1, 2, like
many theaters.
4, 6 theaters.
Yeah, I've been in there since then, actually.
Have not?
Have not.
Oh goodness. Yeah, there's this little Egyptian room that's really cool, and it's all like the ceiling's all painted Egyptian, and there's stars, and then you walk upstairs. There's at least 2 theaters upstairs.
Are you familiar with the Lux Theater?
The Lux?
The 14th and Broadway?
I don't think so. 14th and Broadway. That's down by where that magazine shop was.
Yeah, the big newspaper stand right
Yeah.
there, magazine store.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it was. And we used to watch all the black exploitation films back in the 70s.
Wow.
That's where I saw all those. That's where I saw Shaft, Superfly, and all those came out, and they were in that theater. And it was one of those hole-in-the-wall theaters. When you walk in there, you had to make sure your shoes were tied on tight, because your feet would stick to them.
Ah, you guys slack. Got it. Yeah, I used to go to that magazine place. Yeah, and Fenton's is up on Piedmont Avenue.
Yeah.
So there's a movie theater on Piedmont that was near Fenton's, but Grand Lake was close as well. Wow. So you were there before. Okay, I have a question for you. When you'd go down to the Berkeley Marina, down to the pier, you could go way out there when you were a kid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, probably, a quarter mile maybe?
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice long walk.
Mm-hmm.
And I never had to buy bait, because I'd always run into, one of the Asian people who had been there since the crack of dawn, and they'd be leaving, and they'd say, "What's bait?"
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so, I never really caught anything big out there, mostly bullheads, and, throw those back.
So his lordships was there when you were a kid. But his lordships, the restaurant on the end, but not Skates. But Skates wasn't there. Was there something there before Skates?
I don't think so. All that was kind of new, because they just put that road in. And I used to go down there when it was the dump.
The dump was down there.
Yeah, the whole area was the dump.
Uh-huh. I knew that in Emeryville, but in Berkeley it was like that also.
Yeah, it was all landfill.
Oh.
That's why when you go out there now, the road's all bumpy. It's like a roller coaster ride.
So that was all the dump right there, where the bumpy road is?
Yeah. Yeah, and even out there, in Emeryville as well, but it seems like Emeryville is holding up better.
Yeah, Emeryville, where those apartments are and where Trader Vic's.
Yeah, all those condos out there.
That's all landfill.
Edgewater.
And I heard that was quite the place in the 70s.
Yeah.
Edgewater.
Yeah, Atwater.
It was like a wild place to be. So you remember all the art in the water.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, I remember going by there. We used to drive the Bayshore freeway there, and every other week you'd look to see if there was something different there.
Oh yeah, all the time. So you were around People's, I don't want to talk politics, but People's Park, and did you hang out on Telegraph when you were a kid?
Oh yeah. You had to go off and see the spectacle.
Yeah.
It used to be one of my favorite places to take people, who weren't from here.
Right.
And I'd take them, you have to go up to Telegraph Avenue, and drive you up by the university. And they'd be wide-eyed, draw down
Blondie's Pizza and
This is Berkeley. Fat Slice.
Fat Slice. Do you remember that
Right
sushi place on Telegraph that you could get like 30 pieces of sushi for $12?
Oh, no.
Speaking of
I think
sushi.
I heard of it, but I've never been there.
Yeah, they had a little sign in the window written in like on a piece of construction paper. 30 pieces, $12.95. Lots of rice, but 30 pieces.
Wow.
So where else did you hang out when you were a kid in Berkeley?
University. Fascinated with the university. I would go to the student union, browse around the bookstore, Sprout Plaza, Cal-Band. I was actually, when I was in high school, I was a field assistant for the Cal-Band. There's about 6 of us. And basically we moved the props around in the field. But we got to get in the games free, we got to travel with the band. It was pretty cool.
Oh, how cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. You know, and I was in the high school marching band, but you know, it was nothing like the Cal Band.
Okay, there is my next question.
Tuba.
Tuba. Ha ha! Do you still have one?
Brass bass player. Yeah, I have one in the room.
You have one in that room you're in right now?
Next room.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not digging it out and playing.
I love the brass bass. I love singing with tuba. That's so cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool instruments. I've been trying to collect some music for it to, you know, to practice with and to play and, you know, try and find enough guys to like do a little quartet or a quintet or something and, you know, playing some traditional music or something.
So, can I ask you a favor? Will you come back? Can we plan on you coming back sometime and you being prepared to play for us?
I don't know. We'll have to work on that one. I haven't played in 10 years at least.
I played a sousaphone once. I have a photo of me holding a sousaphone. It gave me a big old bruise on my arm. I think it still hurts. Boom, 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 boom. Really, 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 will you play for us, please? Because even Melanie DeMoore wants to hear you.
I'll have to figure out used to play. Because playing bass lines is very interesting.
Because playing bass lines isn't very interesting? Oh, it is really interesting. We don't play.
Playing bass lines is not very interesting.
Right, it's not very interesting.
Actually, the piece I'd like to play is Bare Necessities. I gotta find the music for it.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Forget about your troubles and your strife.
I forget the next part. How does it go?
Just the bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipe. The simple bare necessities of life.
He sang for us.
And I'm not a singer.
Do you have any animals?
Anyone?
Animals? Pets? Dog, cat, fish, salamander? No.
No, I live in a small 65-foot trailer, and I don't really have room to have an animal, and I wouldn't want to subject them to being locked up in the house all the time.
I hear you. That makes sense.
That's not what animals are for.
No. Have you met my dog, Lillian?
Not personally, but, well, did you bring him out?
I think maybe she was there.
Yeah, maybe a long time ago. Maybe the first time I met you.
Yeah, I think maybe she was there. Yeah, the first time for sure. Because we hung out for a few days. And walked around that whole area. Because I think that's when I met Julie also. Julie Luce. Because Julie lives in Fresno, and my original guitar player that I worked with out of Fresno, Andre Bush, had died, and Julie, I met her right after Andre was gone. and then I met you guys. And the rest is history. La la la
Yeah.
la. But would you consider if I find you the music for Bare Necessities for Tuba? We need to find it. I think we could find it, but not today. Don't worry.
Yeah, because I have to practice.
Okay. Well, you could practice. What time? What time is it right now? It's almost 9 your time. So what time do you work?
11.
Oh, okay. Well, I should let you go so you can have a little chill time before.
Yeah, I'm not going to sleep now.
No? Are you a movie watcher?
Yeah.
Have you seen anything cool lately? Because I'm looking for something to watch tonight. On Netflix or on... I have Amazon and Netflix.
I watched a cool movie a little while back. Let me see. I have to look it up because I don't remember the name of it right now. But it was a sci-fi flick.
Mm.
And I thought it was pretty cool. Are you into action movies?
I'll watch them on occasion. I like the Bourne series. Because I like the car chase. Did you ever work at the hospital in Merced? My friend Julie's asking. He's looking for a movie. It's concentrating. Back on the iPad is a trip, you guys. Sorry for the... Because my... I wasn't ready. I got sidetracked when I got online. I don't know if you've seen the new Facebook layout, but it's... Woo! And when you go live on Facebook now, there's a whole other thing that I have to learn.
The Old Guard.
The Old Guard.
The Old Guard.
Good one, huh?
I enjoyed it. For undying warriors who secretly protect humanity for centuries become targeted for their mysterious powers, just as they discover a new immortal.
Ooh. So there's magic.
Yeah, sort of. Call it that.
I mean...
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I watched it and I went, this is cool.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, The Old Guard.
The Old
And it's
Guard.
new this year.
Oh, that's good. It's not from like... You go on Netflix now, 1997. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just look at new movies now and go, I don't know, no. Maybe. Then I try and I go, no. Once in a while.
Yeah, so,
Do you watch TV series?
yeah, I've cut the cable, so we mostly watch Hulu, Sling, Pluto, Netflix, YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, mostly when I'm at work.
Learning stuff?
Yeah. Learning, watching goofy stuff. I follow a guy that travels around in his RV. I've been watching him for a few years now. You know, basically his adventures.
Oh, that's cool. Who is it?
Nomadic Fanatic.
Nomadic Fanatic. Anybody else a fanatic of Nomadic Fanatic? I bet you can learn stuff from him. I'm a road girl, so it'd be fun to watch him. Nomadic Fanatic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right now, let's see, what's he dealing with? Busted the hydraulic line in his leveling system.
Oh,
And his jacks.
that
he's
doesn't
dealing with
sound
that
good.
now. No, but, things happen. So, but he's in Washington State right now, but he's gone, I've seen him go from coast to coast, so he's been all over the place.
And is it just him and his RV?
Yeah, him and his cat, Jax.
Yeah, like my friend Lou just said, most new movies are predictable and all the streaming shows are where the creativity and good writing reside. I watched, a couple weeks ago, I watched one called Red Oaks. I thought was fun. It was light. I was ready for light. I enjoyed it. But
Yes, sometimes predictable movies. I mean, Top Gun. Yeah, I watch that almost every time it comes on.
I'm like that. So what other movies like that? What movies if you were watching TV and you were flipping through and one of them came on, what would it be? Top Gun.
Top Gun. Any of the Bourne series. A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale.
It's one of my favorites.
I love that movie.
First Night.
Okay.
That's with Sean Connery and Kevin Costner.
I think I know somebody in that movie. A friend of my sister and her wife Katie is a horse trainer, and he's a double to Sean Connery. And I think he was in that movie.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, First Night, it was in a movie theater. And, I was just, like, on the edge of my seat through the whole thing, just, like, totally involved in it. And at the end of the movie, you could hear a pin drop in the theater. It was just silent. And everybody was just, like, nobody was breathing. And then all of a sudden, it was, like, a collective, and I've never seen that in a theater before. But it was kind of breathtaking at the end, the way they did that. And I thought it was pretty cool.
Have you ever seen the film What Dreams May Come?
No, I heard of it, but I've never seen it.
It's Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding Jr. and Annabella Sciorra.
Huh. Seems like I would have seen that because I like both Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding.
It's a really good movie. It's one of my favorites. That and Goodfellas. Well, what happened? I moved.
So how am I funny?
How are you funny?
So what makes me funny? What's so funny about me?
Well, I don't think you're funny. I think you're just really creative. I think your life is really interesting.
No, it's a line from Goodfellas.
Oh! See, I wasn't even paying attention.
Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Yep. Oh, Lou Lonza agrees. What Dreams May Come. Yeah, the cinematography. It's a sad film, but I love it. I love it, and it takes place in the Bay Area, kind of, actually in Marin County, where Robin, where they named the bridge over the Golden Gate, that the bridge you take from the Golden Gate to Marin is the Robin Williams Bridge. Am I here to make you laugh? That's so funny. I watched A Bronx Tale the other day. I was in a hotel and I just was flipping through and I went, oh, I love this movie. Have you seen A Bronx Tale?
I don't think so.
With Robert De Niro? It's a good one. And Joe Pesci is in that as well. It's a long one, but it's a good one. Yeah, Lou Lonza is my friend.
Joe Pesci cracks me up.
Do you know he's a singer? He's a jazz singer.
Pesci?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And my friend Lou Lonza, who's on here right now, a great vocalist, also from the East Coast, from Pennsylvania. If you haven't checked him out on my show, please do. I'll let you know when he's on. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He was going to be on my show Friday night, but I booked somebody else, and I forgot to write it down. But I don't know with this new Facebook page. I might be doing this iPad for a little while longer.
Yeah, right now the image I have on my computer is all blurry. but my phone's all clear, so I guess I'm coming through okay.
Well, you're coming through fine, and there's a shadow. There's two of you, actually. There's three of you, actually, on the screen because it's reflecting. Now you
Yeah, I
can't.
see that on the computer.
But on WhatsApp, it was clearer, but I want you to be comfortable. So I'm glad we're doing it this way. When was the last time you were in the Bay Area?
I was there about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, what'd you do? Do you have family there?
Went to visit my dad. Stopped by Casey's Barbecue.
Oh!
And some West.
Where does your dad
And,
live?
He lives in Oakland. You know where 580 and 13 split?
Sure.
Yeah, he's on the hill right between them.
Okay. No, well.
Yeah, out the living room window, he has a ringside ballpark.
Oh,
So the
nice.
fireworks go off. It's
Yeah.
like having your own personal fireworks show.
That's fun. I was living in San Francisco when Barry Bonds hit. You know, his, what was it, 500th or whatever?
Yeah.
And I lived about, I don't know, 6 blocks from Giants. So I used to watch the fire every time he hit. Bam, 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 bam. But I'm an A's girl.
Hey, when I was growing up in San Francisco, I lived 2 blocks from where the stadium is.
Where it is now?
Yeah, AT&T Park or whatever they call it now. Yeah, that's slough that's right there in McCovey Cove,
Yeah.
where it goes under the 3rd Street Bridge. I used to go down there after school and play with those broken down pieces of boats that are left down in there next to the AT&T building.
Wow.
Yeah, it was right around the corner from my house. I used to play under the freeway that runs by there.
That's
Me and the rest of the neighborhood kids. Yeah, I lived a couple of blocks from there.
how fun. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting out there now what they've done on 3rd, and it's like pretty mind bending. So your dad's still in Oakland. That's really cool. Brothers and sisters?
They're all there too.
Yeah.
Well, my oldest sister lives in the house my grandmother used to live in on Carlton. And then my youngest sister lives in the house in the back. And then I have another sister that lives down the street from my dad, over there by Mills College. I have a brother who I haven't seen in quite a while. He lives in San Francisco somewhere. And then a bunch of cousins, but not to live all over the place. From Hercules all the way to Fremont.
Oh wow. That's a lot. So I guess I did know that the A's were originally from Philly. And Lou's got an original OG jersey.
Well, they came to us from Kansas City.
The A's?
Yeah.
Really?
They came to Oakland from Kansas City, but I think they originally started out in Philly.
Huh. I didn't know that.
The only reason I know that is because my dad and my grandfather went in halvesies and bought season's tickets the first 2 years, 2 or 3 years. So they got to go to all the A's games when they first came.
How fun. Did you go to Warriors games when you were a kid?
No, I might have gone to one game. I can barely remember, but I know they used to play in the auditorium for a while. Down by Lake Merritt.
Oh, the, what's it called? Kaiser Center. Yes?
I guess.
The Kaiser, right near Lake Merritt on the south side.
Yeah. I only know the old names. I'm old school. I don't know all the new names anymore.
I used to live at the Lake Merritt Hotel
Oh wow.
in the 80s. They converted it into apartments, and I lived in an apartment. Okay, they were in Philly before they were in Kansas City, and the colors of the Royals are the colors the A's wore in Philly, white and blue. Ah, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. We got the baseball team, so my grandfather used to take me to the games. I think him and I went to more games than my dad. So, and then my grandfather would always take me down to the locker room so I can get my autographs.
Oh, fun.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah.
So
I
you
have no idea where that stuff is now.
does your dad live in the house that you lived in at all? Do you live in the house that he's in now?
My dad?
Uh-huh.
No, he bought that house quite a while ago. Actually, I was in the Marines when he bought that house. And I came home, and that's where he was. And, okay. I can get used to this. Yeah, because you can see the airport and everything from up there.
Yeah, up on the top of the hill. Does he live there alone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good for him.
Yeah. The only thing's higher than him is like Merritt College.
Merritt College is up. Oh, just driving
It's
up
on the hill
there.
behind him.
What's that street that's on?
Say again?
I'm trying to think of the street that when you go up to Merritt College.
Is it Redwood?
Is that Redwood Road?
I don't remember.
What's the name that there was a Farmer Joe's over in Oakland. Good grocery store. I think it's Farmer Joe's. Because it was before Trader Joe's came into the everywhere. They're everywhere now. Do you shop at Trader Joe's?
You're kind of breaking up.
I asked if you shop at Trader Joe's.
Oh, no, never been there.
No. I go to a place here in Michigan when I'm with my mom. I go to Aldi's, which is an East Coast and Midwest kind of. It's owned by Trader Joe's.
Mm.
But I don't know that Joseph. So my friend Julie said most movies are based on 3 stages of hero's journey, departure, initiation, and return. I don't know that. I learn a lot. See, this is what. Okay, go to bed. 5:30. Wake up. Okay, Lou, we need to figure out what day we can have you back on, and I think I should probably get going too, Michael. But I'd sure love to have you back on sometime.
Yeah, well, we gotta find some music so I can play next
You
time.
guys, let's find Bare Necessity for Tuba. This makes sense. 5:30 wake up call. I know. Yikes. Yeah, people downstairs they have a 5:30 wake up call as well, which means I wake up. I go to sleep, I wake up, and then I get up and do my day. But I'm really happy that you were so spontaneous and decided to do this with me tonight. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm honored for you asking.
Anytime. Because I know well, are you still at work in the morning at 8:30, at 8:11?
Say again?
What time are you done working in the morning?
Well, I'm off at 7,
Okay.
and I get here anywhere between 7:30 and 8:30, so it just depends.
So I'm always on in the morning. You're welcome to come on in the morning sometime if you'd like. If that's easier.
Yeah. Yeah, well, usually I try and catch it, but like I said, sometimes I don't get here in time, so.
Hey, Ernie Robinson, one of my best friends from high school is on. He lives in Ann Arbor. Ernie's been walking 8 miles a day. Go, Ernie, go. But I've got to find the music. Isn't he wonderful? Melanie, this man right here, Michael, is a wonderful, I told you when I first met you, I said you remind me so much of my brother Nino, and I just knew your energy was just right in that same calm, but playful and sincere person doing, more like 6. Well, I said 8. Just a good person. And he's a Marine. And he grew up in Berkeley and Oakland and San Francisco.
Yeah, I used to be angry, but now I'm not.
Did you? Were you an angry young man?
Well, life wasn't so enjoyable. I mean, back in the late 60s was kind of difficult and stuff for me. And,
Sure.
Being a teenager and hormones and all that stuff, plus all the stuff that was going on, kind of like now. But, yeah, I've mellowed in my older age.
May I ask how old you are?
64. I'll be 65 in May.
When's your birthday?
May
what?
May 10th. My Mother's Day, baby.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, that's cool. Mother's Day, baby. My friend Ernest Robinson says thank you for your service, and I thank you as well.
Thank you.
And your continued service. You know from the bottom of my heart how much I care.
Appreciate it.
So, when you see my friends, tell them I said hello, okay?
I will.
All right. Like there's Nurse Jackie, but this is the nurse right here. This is the nurse you want on your side. Thank you so much.
My wife might have a different opinion of that.
Really? She's not a fan of your nursing?
Well, she thinks I'm mean to her. She just had surgery on her leg, and I won't let her rest. I said, no, I'm not going to go get that. You have to get up and get it, because you have to get up and start moving around.
What kind of surgery?
She broke her leg.
Ow! What is it with you people and breaking your legs?
I don't know. I don't know how it happened. She told me how it happened. It still doesn't make sense to me. But...
How did it happen? Tell us how she broke her leg.
Hmm?
How did she break her leg?
Well, she was at work, and I guess this kid tried to kick her, and she fell and somehow broke her leg.
Someone kicked her?
Yeah, one of her kids. She works with special needs kids.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you're both angels on the planet.
Yep.
Are you going out to lunch tomorrow?
Probably not. That was not cheap today, so. And I got a couple more days for payday, so.
Well, sushi in the middle of the week's pretty fancy.
Oh yeah, well she had a doctor's appointment and I didn't feel like cooking, so.
Yeah, they really are angels. They really, really, really are beautiful people. But we'll get Ernie on the show sometime. Hey, Ernie, you want to be on the show tomorrow night? Ernest, I mean. He's Ernest. I know him as Ernie. Ernest Robinson. Ernest and I have known each other pretty much our whole lives. So, well, thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
I hope you have a beautiful night.
Well, I'm working on it.
All right.
Starting out good.
Yeah, well, for me as well.
All right.
All right, you take care, all right?
All right, you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
Yep.
Get that music or I'll find it.
You gotta get the restrictions lifted so you can get back out here.
I know. Well, everyone's thanking you now. Go on and check out the feed. If you haven't seen it, you can see people and...
Yeah.
All right?
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Michael Keel. He's such a good person. So are all of you for hanging out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anytime. Ernie, would you like to be... What's today? Is today Tuesday? I don't even know. Is today Tuesday? Is it Wednesday now? Oh, it's Thursday. It's already Thursday. What happened to Wednesday? It just went by. Well, Ernest, I'd love for you to be on the show sometime. We could laugh, tell stories. I think I'm going to go snuggle with my dog, Corona Roki. Hey, Roy. Wow. How are you? Yes, we will be. I just got to figure out great stories. I know. I need to figure out how to get on my laptop. So tomorrow I've got some studying to do so I can figure out this new Facebook. Why did they do that? Let Roy sing. I'd let Roy sing right now. Roy, you're up kind of late. Roy's an early bird. I mean, he just goes to sleep early. Oh, I would love. Hi, good. I know, but this new Facebook thing, it threw me for a loop tonight, which is why I'm back on my iPad. But we'll figure out tomorrow night. Yes, Corona Roki. You want to be on Corona Roki tomorrow night, Roy? Aww. Thank you. It's kind of bright in here. Everything moved. I had to think fast. I was like, what? It's not working, huh? What? They're asking me for what? Not for long. I know, neither am I. But I'm getting all these wonderful compliments from Ernest Robinson, so I'm not ready to hang up yet. Well, let me know. I need to put you in the roster if you're going to be on. Roy's a great singer-songwriter. In fact, he has some stuff. Roy, can you post your Spotify, your songs that are on Spotify? Oh, Lillian's getting up going, Mom, it's time. It's time for bed. Come on. She's my alarm for many things. She's my love alarm. I love my girl. All right. Well, you people have a beautiful night. Yeah. Roy, can you post? Roy's the first person to teach me about Spotify, and I haven't really learned much since. Thank you. But I want him to... I forget what it's under, Roy. You listen to me on Pandora every weekend? Oh. Oh, I'm on Spotify. A couple different things. Jenna Mammina, Jenna and the Charmers, the Art Gompers Band, and then some other Jenna Mammina thing. Okay, cool. Post. And then I'll share it. Somebody give me a letter. Give me a letter and I'll go from there. If you want. Julie gave me a letter the other night. I can't remember. Was it Jay? Yeah. Spotify. I know. Jay, see, I was right. E. For Ernest. I think I did Heartwood Revival. Check out Heartwood Revival on Spotify. I think I did E. Joyful. I did do E today. I did E this morning. I did. I was... Ernie, you were on my mind this morning. Joyful and emotive. Generous and elusive. Emotional and just heart. I did. Heartwood Revival. Check them out. In New Orleans. Didn't we have the best time? Well, Roy lives in New Orleans. So actually, Ernie, you would have met Roy at Jazz Fest this year had there been a Jazz Fest. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you, Michael. You are out of sight. Take care of her leg, 'cause that probably hurt. And now I'm gonna go change my t-shirt. Off camera. Have a beautiful night. I love you, Mama. See you tomorrow morning. See you in a few hours. What's that? Love hard.